need to get lighter. We 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 need to carry a little bit of water. We need to do a few things. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman, and welcome back to The Long Dark. We are going to get ready to do a few things. I've just finished cooking up what was left of the food that we harvested last episode, that we killed last episode, and I'm now trying to get as light as possible, so we're going to bring everything except one of those. We're just going to take one of those, we're going to bring a little bit of this, we're going to pull a few torches off of what's left of this fire, and we're going to run indoors before the weather changes. So, we have a nice bright sunshiny day. So far, we have not had a blizzard, so I'm concerned we're probably going to get one. Can I get that last torch? No. Yeah, almost. Dang it. Almost got it. Was too slow. All right, let's grab us a torch, and we're going to use this as a kind of a just thing. It is dark in here, and it is crazy. So we're going to go ahead and do the rest of the penitentiary since we're here. I'm going to go right straight into that. We're going to go get the goodies out of the penitentiary, and if we have time, or since out of the main prison building, and if we have time, we'll go ahead and do the steam tunnels underneath the actual prison itself, which is mainly I want to go do that so that we can get our stuff that we left at the other end of, well, over there by the dam. We need to go get that stuff, and then we need to start working on either moving on from this area or stocking it up with goodies. Now, there is a moose that probably has spawned outside, and I know there's going to be a deer and at least 3 or 4 more wolves, so as far as I know, there's only 3 in here. We took care of all 3 of them. They're all nicely uh-oh, that one's already despawned. How is that one already despawned? No, it's not. It's laying in the fire. Interesting. Whatever. I love how stuff moves as you go. But anyhow, we're going to go into the rest of the penitentiary today and see what we can find. Now, I know what we can find, and I know probably the only reason why I want to come up here, and it's probably not for what you guys think it's for. So, we'll see. New torch. Light him up, please. We're going to carry this along for a while. I had to waste a match because the weather did not want to come out when it wanted to come out, so that's fine. And you need to be kind of careful because sometimes there are wolves around in these areas. But they did a really good job. It's a good maze. You know, it's funny. It's here sometimes, but not, so whatever. Okay. Sometimes there's a flare there. I'm assuming that's probably only on story. There is going to be another wolf out here somewhere. There he is. I already hear him. He's going to go that way. We're going to go this way. He'll stay scared for a while. Maybe. I always hate it when they do that. Anyhow, we'll go ahead and protect ourselves for now and get ready to go up into some of the stuff. Now, this is a new feature that I think recently happened. Do you notice we have the torch in our hand now? That used to not happen. You used to drop a lit torch or a lit flare on the ground at your feet. Now, because of something that happens in this zone, we don't do that anymore, and I am thankful for it. That means I don't have to worry about throwing torches up things or carrying torches around. That works for the climbing points, it works for ropes, it works for anything that would normally make you drop your torch to gain altitude. So let's go on up into the prison house, or should say, the warden's office. Hello, Warden, are you here? Let's just start all the way at the back, and we'll go get everything out of here and then search all of the containers. Let's see if we find anything good in here. Last time there wasn't a whole lot. Just some stump remover and a possible cup of herbal tea, trash can. What do we get? Anything? Probably not going to be a whole lot. Don't want your newsprint. We're good. Baseball bat, baseball, globe, nice deer. And new torch. We're going to carry that for a while. We're going to need light in this building. So it is what it's going to be at that point. We're going to have to really kind of pay attention to it. I am picking up all this stuff to make gunpowder because we may want to make gunpowder eventually. Pick up another one of those. Nice little bed in here. Anything in the container? Nothing in the refrigerator. And all of that good stuff. I will take your towel. Actually, no, we've got enough for right now. I was going to say I was going to take your towel. I'll take the water, though, and we'll make sure we search that. All right, cool. All right, into the other room here. Probably not going to be much in these. Probably not a whole lot, but there's cabinets everywhere. I couldn't imagine how big or full this would be if you brought a stalker or a pilgrim or a Voyager in here, how full all these cabinets would be. Filing cabinets, probably not a whole lot. Once again, as I always say. Wolf had some problems. That's a cool little picture. Huh. No. Another thing I was kind of contemplating doing is doing re-waking up our capture the flag character and come clean up all the flags that are in this area too. But, you know, something we can do. Anyhow, let's go down into the actual rest of the fun stuff. So I'm going to walk down here and pick that up. No, that and that. And it is kind of dark, so we're going to have to kind of be really, you know, just careful about things. So I may have to end up lighting my lantern after a little bit. But I did make a few torches specifically so that we could come in here and at least loot most of this zone. Don't see anything underneath anything, and I guess get off the stuff. There's a lot of scrap metal in here, which is amazing. You know, it's one of those things you could get a whole lot of scrap metal to do various things. I am going to pick the wood up. I do not need the scrap metal. I want the note. Read it. Hard to believe we're getting more inmates this week. And in winter, besides talks about the Warden's going to open C block again, guess who's going to have to requisition all we need for those to stock those shelves. Blah 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 blah. The guy's headed to Timberwolf to go climb it. Wonderful. Little notes, fun things, not important. I think we have one more. Okay, cool. We're going to go ahead and use it. I just want to kind of try to get a little light. We're not going to use the last one. So those are all good. Coffee.
This will come in handy.
Yes, it will, because we're going to need it probably in an episode or two from now. Probably gonna need it. Hello, telephone. And there we go. And down further into the prison. Into the duct. Now, this place is demolished. This place was, you know, on fire and it exploded and all kinds of silly things like that because, you know, inmates are stupid. Auroras are crazy and, you know, other things. I'll pick you up this time. We'll take you with me in case we need it. There shouldn't be anything back here. Shouldn't be anything over here. There may or may not be one of those right there. Okay, that seems to be pretty guaranteed then across the 3 or 4 that I've played. All right, into the next room. And some more wood. I'm picking up the wood because we may need it to cook something here in a little bit, and it's easy just to pick wood up. We can always put it back down. And I think that's the direction we want to go, but I do want to look around for that guy and that. Don't see anything. Still learning, still looking around. Another nothing. Another nothing? Yes, pretty much. Another nothing. All exploded, all is crazy. Do a little crawly crawl. And can I stand back up? Thank you. Another piece of wood. Cafeteria, we just came from there. and into this part that I think is probably the most important spot in this whole entire area. It's right here. Because of that,
This
sitting
stuff will come in handy.
right there. That is the whole reason why you would bother to come up here. There was a bunch of stuff they just say. We just stole a bunch of stuff and whatever. Now, to the part that everybody else thinks is really, really good. It's down here. I'm not a huge fan of it. Man, there's books everywhere. There's another thing that kind of dawned on me one time when I was in here, is that there's a bunch of toilet water in this area as well, too, because there's 2 toilets right here. So, well, it's not a whole lot, but there's a little bit. We'll pick up that, and we'll do a little looking around. And, I mean, we could get the books if we wanted to, but I do want the toilet water because toilet water is life. And this
Nobody
thing.
needs this anymore.
13 pounds for a ballistic vest that is great for protection, but very heavy, and you won't wear any sprints wearing it. You want to know why you won't wear any sprints wearing it? Let me show you. Minus 40. Look at that. With all the gear we have on right now, we couldn't sprint if we tried. Now, if I didn't have all these bear coats on, sure, and this, and that, and this, and these, and I don't think there's anything else, then, you know, you can actually sprint a little bit. You're as much as that point as you could be. But if you notice, there's still a kind of a slowness to it. And we're tired. We're not wearing that thing. We're going to take it with us because it's in the spirit of the game. And never wear it. That's the first thing that we get here that I don't think is worth coming to get. Now, the second thing may or may not be worth your time depending on how you like to play with Timberwolves. So, we're going to go get the second thing probably in an episode or 2 from now. It's going to be a while because it takes a while to get up to where we need to go to get the things. But let's get out of here. And we'll try to see if we can't get the steam tunnels done today as well, too. That would be great. And you know what? Pick it up. We may need it. You never know. There are things we can use scrap metal for here, and I'm actually kind of interested to see whether or not we catch an Aurora in time. So, that'd be fun. Nothing. Okay, back the way you came. You guys have seen all this. We may or may not. We're just going to walk through it and kind of talk about it. So, again, the Ballistics Vest was the special item added in this pack, added in this update, along with the firecrackers, the fireworks, the noise makers. Now, the noise makers, on levels that have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of the materials that you get, so Stalker and below, the materials that you need to make them, I would probably use them a lot more. But because I pretty much play Interloper all the time, we may make 1 or 2, but it's a kind of a novelty. This is one of those, this is something that we're just doing to do it. This is, you know, like I said, this run is just for fun kind of a thing. It's a fun run, you know, run for fun. And, you know, we're having a good time. We're doing this. I'm hoping you guys are kind of enjoying it as well, because, I mean, part of the reason why I do the YouTubes is so that I can kind of just hang out and play with you guys, or at least play for you guys. It's kind of fun. But there are things in certain levels of this game that drive me nuts, and I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that thing because we're not going to need it now. One of which is too encumbered to climb. Yeah, I know we're too encumbered to climb because it's 13 pounds of stuff I'm never going to use. Go ahead, get your toy out. We're going to need to get this dude. If you put all of the equipment on that gives you protection, so every little bit of protection, then technically you can get to 100% protection. And had that wolf actually attacked us, he would have not done a single thing to us. So while I'm sitting here, I'm going to go ahead and light a fire, and we're going to peel the meat off of him because we're still needing to eat. We're still going to need to live here for a little while. But like I said, for the most part, something that crazy is not necessarily great, so to speak, kind of thing. So, did we bring the hacksaw? We did. Go ahead, cut that off. And I'm only lighting that fire because it's trying to keep us warm, and now I can pull whatever's left off of that for torches. Maybe. Get it? Good deal. And the wind's going to blow it out, of course. Maybe I should find a spot out of the wind to cook this meat. But I would have loved to have had something else. Well, I mean, I hate to say that, anything else. Something usable. Something usable, something to give me a reason to come up to this zone. The only reason why I can even see to come to this zone for an interloper is for that stim. And if you're careful with your stims, you won't need it. Hi. Are you lost? Can we make fire back here? Somewhere? Hello? Hello? Too windy to start a fire, but yet it hasn't blown my torch out. Hello? So yeah, it's kind of one of those, I'll gripe about it for a while, and eventually I'll, just not worry about it, but as, I think they could have added something a little bit more interesting for a player to use. I think it's just something they could have added that would have been a little more useful. That's my thought. So, let's just do this. We'll go ahead and put these down for now. And I'm going to eat that. Hope the wind quits blowing for a minute. Because we got to go where he is. Go ahead and eat a few of these. And that's another one of those things where, do you notice how the wind kind of came up and then it blew for about an hour, and then it kind of stopped. So I'm going to go ahead and not even worry about those. We're just going to pull that off of here. He's going to be all excited about us. And if I'm really lucky, I can probably put this down and get him too. All right, so he's going to go out there and go die. That's fine. Pick it up. Walk this over here. He'll die quickly. Where did he go? He went this way.
I'll do anything for a drink right now.
Oh, really? Are you thirsty? I didn't notice. Sorry. Let's help that out a little bit. All right, so that should have been the last wolf that we're going to have to worry about in here. And, of course, we're now done with most of that area. There's a bit of wood and whatnot that I'll probably come back out here and clean up. But I think my next interest is going to be trying to get the moose on the ground outside. But we will do that in another episode. I keep saying that. I've got other things I want to do today. Oh, you're going to go out there. Can I lock you in here? No. Oh, really? I didn't know they did that. Huh. Here, let me help you out. Missed. I didn't know they limped. Huh. Cool. All right. Well, I'll take care of that problem, too. Thank you. Give me my arrow back. All right, cool. Well, let me go ahead and harvest him as well, and then we will continue on with what we were doing. Let's see, drop the firewood. And we can put this heavy, 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 holy cow, heavy thing. Maybe right there. Will it sit? Good deal. All right, cool. And then put a few things away, and then we're gonna go do the tunnels as well. Let's just go ahead and get those done. So there shouldn't be anything in here we can get rid of. We didn't find any clothing. I don't want to put anything in there, I don't think, away, and we don't want this, and we definitely don't need all those or that at this point, so we're good. We're gonna need to get a little bit lighter than we are right now. I don't need that. We'll bring this and that. Don't need you. I want that. I guess I can put that pot away. We don't need it right now. And those two. That'll work. All right, good enough. That's plenty good enough. Plenty good enough. What a kind of English do you speak? All right, let's go do the steam tunnels so that we can pretty much officially more or less say this is over with. I mean, there's some other little things we can do, and again, I'll probably just catch up a couple of things offline. But I don't need too much more stuff. So, man, it was 4 feathers right there. I'm going to pick them up. 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very nice. Probably should go out there and harvest those other ones, but we don't need them. Anyhow, the entrance to the steam tunnels is going to be right over here. And we're going to need that. And this is an area I don't want to get caught in if we have an Aurora, so I want to try to make sure we're in and out of here kind of quickly. Because all these wires are live, and you can get burnt on them, and I do not want to be stuck down here. Especially considering the fact we don't have our bedroll. So, that's fine. We'll be okay. So, let's check a few things out. Probably should just walk straight to the other end and go get our stuff, huh? Let's do that. We'll just walk all the way to the end and then work it all the way back. It's not really that far of a walk. Especially since we don't have to do any of the low crawling or any of the silliness that you would have to have done in story to get through all this mess. So we're just going to walk straight through to the other end, go grab our sticks, and then work our way back. So, yeah, again, I don't want to be in here in an Aurora. I don't want to even be screwing around. I want to be headed back out on an Aurora. So we just need to go down here to the end of this. Round all this stuff down. Spooky, scary wires. Love how this passageway kind of leans to that side. And there's all our stuff. Okay, cool. Very nice. Get all this picked up. We'll take the cans, the hacksaw, and most of that is done already. Wow, we've been... Can I have my thing, please? How many more days do we have on this? I mean, granted, it's only 3 days, I know. You have 80% cured. Okay, cool. Well, let's walk through the rest of this. We'll pick it all up and go back to our nice little hidey hole in the guardhouse. With lots of stuff and plenty of wood, actually, to go cook a considerable amount of a moose. I think is what we're going to try to go do next episode. We're going to go ahead and hunt the front area, and hopefully, you know, we haven't seen, we've only killed 2. I mean, normally by now at least I'd have killed a couple of them. Well, 3 of them, maybe 4. It'd be a heck of a place to get broken ribs, though. Don't think there's anything down there. There will be some goodies in this room, though. They're namely in the name form of 4 pieces of coal. I don't want your thing. Oh, is there anything in this? Yes. Anything in the lockers? No. the boiler. I'm assuming that's what that was. Who knows? Nothing in that. Go all the way around. This is one of the spots in story where there was a silly little puzzle you had to work through to get all that piping to work. But behind here is a container. Nope, nothing. Of course, I don't know what I'm expecting to find in a container in a almost 170-day run. Is it 170 days? Where are we now? Whoop. Yeah, almost 170 days. Holy cow, I cannot believe this one's been around this long. I figured I was faster than this. And we're gonna make a right. And we're gonna check in here. More charcoal. And some more lockers. In my 500-day loper save, there was a jacket right there, one of the blue ones, one of the good ones. And then we're gonna go all the way back down here. And around the corner. And no, actually I don't want to go down here, do I? I want to go, let me out. Yeah, we'll just go this way anyway, screw it. There's not much in that other zone area, just stand up. Hey, stand up, thank you. This is a terrible thing. I mean, granted, they're making you do things so you go look for it, but it'd be nice if you could crawl a little faster sometimes. Because I can get to this in a different direction, and I should have gone the other direction. But that's okay, we'll come down here. This whole area is a maze. I mean, you guys can do whatever you want to do as far as that goes. That goes to the other side. This goes the other direction. You could have come down through that thing through here. It's not impossible to get in and out of. We just did all that direction. So we can go out. Let's go back over to the old part of the prison, the fail-safe area, which is going to be this direction. And again, on this wall, there was another puzzle right here. I missed you. Yes, I will take that. 72%, really. Maybe dang. Eat them. And we'll pick up your scrap metal. Why not? We're not encumbered yet. Anything. Yes, there it is.
Oh, lucky day.
And anything on this. So you can find... This is what I'm wondering, whether or not this is actually a spawning zone or not, because you can find a heavy hammer in this zone. And a bedroll. And a hacksaw. On Interloper. So I would assume it'd be a pretty good place to start. You just have to get out of it alive. I mean, getting out of this zone alive with Timberwolves. I don't know. Can we get around the corner, please? Thank you. Let's get back upstairs. And back under the pipe. Cool. And we got through it all. I'm sorry if I was kind of trying to run through that a little bit, but I wanted to make sure we got through that before it became completely night, because we didn't need to get stuck in that place in an Aurora, especially considering our bedroll is somewhere else. Now, I do need to make sure that there's not a wolf that has respawned in this little yard, but that means more or less now the only reason why I would want to go into this area at all until we get the code is to go use the workbench that's over there. And honestly, I think the workbench that's at the farm over here might just be slightly safer. So let's go ahead, dump our firewood off, and put poor Astrid, she's had a long day, to bed. whole bunch of stuff. Just drop. That's good enough. That'll work. That's fine. I just want to keep a couple of pieces on us. And actually, I think I already have that much. So drop 3. That's 2. Actually, 2's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. All right. What's left in here? We can shut this off. I don't think we need it. And I can close my little door to my little hidey hole and put some stuff away. And I will say thank you guys so much for watching. This might be a little bit short, but that's just the way today is going to work. I kind of ran through it a little faster than I expected because of the fact that we kind of ended up where we were. So I'm going to do a little bit more organization. We're going to take a nap. We're going to do a few things, and then we're going to go out front and have a little bit of fun in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. It's kind of dark in here, really. Dark and cold, but hey, anyhow. See you guys.